Hi guys, Lee here from Trading College with your free market update. We're going to take a deep dive into the trends of several markets, these currency trades. There's a lot of things going on, guys. It's been an incredible week and I think it's just starting, so there's plenty of time for these trades to even continue. So let's just take a deep dive into some of these markets using our systems and strategies. The euro really has been fantastic, and the euro dollar is, and alongside the euro Swiss, is getting absolutely hammered. Short side trades, the euro versus the US dollar on the pro trading system, we had the signal on the 23 days ago. It's up 541 pips profit. If it's green, it's making money. If it's red, it's losing that amount of money on pips. Euro, so euro yen is just starting a new signal. We'll look at that. Euro Swiss has been great as well. It's been in a big downtrend. That's 280 pips profit. These euro New Zealand's, euro Aussie's been red. Short trends, 473 pips, 376 pips. Incredible trading in the euro. Let's dive in and take a little look at the euro and what's happening to it on a chart. Okay, so here we are on the euro dollar, and you can see it's been, you know exactly what our sell signals are. They are a red PTS for a short side signal, and we got the first one just here that started this move off. And we pushed lower. We met targets 113.63, and we had a trend predictor yesterday giving us the heads up that today could be a down move, and we're certainly seeing that today. We're seeing this market fall about 68 pips, but it really started from the bigger picture, and this is what's great about using systems and processes. If you go up to the monthly time frame, we've had a red PTS sell signal since August. So this is no surprise to us here at Trading College. We've been looking for short side trades all the way down here because the system has been giving us gave us the red sell signal. Euro Swissy, I mean, this is one that's been an absolute joy to trade to the downside. It's just been down, down, down. But it all started back in the monthly chart, which was July 2021. We had a sell signal, and we're just starting to break support here as well. We could see more downside in these markets. Euro Swissy, nice move to the downside. Next target is 104.76, which actually it's hitting to today. Euro yen, and now I think if you miss these euro trades, that the euro yen could be the next one. Trend predictor for today telling us today would be a down day.
Alert triggered.
That has been an absolute joy because we're actually, it's dropped here about 100 points. So that trend predictor doing some great things once again and giving us that heads up that the next day or the next week could be a serious down move.
Alert triggered.
So Euro Swissy, Euro yen, I beg your pardon, is starting to push further down, and I think we could see more downside in the euro yen, and I think we could be seeing targets of 127.83 in this market. Okay, let's have a little look at the pound Aussie, because this is one that's not on many people's radar. Now, I need to start from a bigger time frame. I'm always going up to the monthly chart because the monthly chart gives us those big trends, those big directional moves that could last months. And you've got to ask yourself, how long are you in trades for? If your average time in a trade is 2 days, is it a little bit tiring to do that? Is it a little bit stressful to do that? Well, when you look at bigger time frames, you can see, as I said on the euros, these signals setting up, and you can see trades that are developing which could last months. Months mean multiple pips profit. So I'm just looking at this market. Now, we had a green PTS several months ago, and now we've had this little pullback. Now, you could call this a bull flag, but you can't get bull flags on the monthly chart. They're a short-term pattern, so bull flag would be on a daily time frame. But this is a monthly chart, but it looks sort of similar, doesn't it? So we've got a nice light green. So we've had a lovely up month for November. Don't forget, it hasn't closed yet because November is still in play. We're only on the 19th, 20th of November. I've still got time to go to close down, but it's looking promising. So we could see markets don't go straight up. They go up, pull back, up, pull back,
Alert triggered.
up, pull back. So we've had the pullback now for 1, 2, 3 months. This is the up move. Now, if we start seeing, and I'm going to go down to the daily in 1 second. If we start to see buy signals on the daily again, then we could easily get up to 197.46. But that could take 6 months to get up there. Who knows? It could take 1 month. Let's dive down to the daily chart now. Okay, so we're long. All right, so we've got the break, we've got the pro trend system buy, pushed into a trend line. 1, 2, trend line meets the trend line, which is natural resistance. Now, if this holds, now we've got a down day today because it's dark green on the pro trend system. So if this holds here today, and maybe even Monday, we get another little candlestick down here, then all I'm looking for is a break above that candlestick and a break out. All right. Now, if that plays out, my stop's going to be where the pro trend system tells it to, because it'll automatically put a stop distance in place and give me a number automatically. All I'll be doing then is just playing that break and the green pro trend system, and then we can like shoot for these decision points here, 188.44, and maybe even further, as I said, 197, which is a long way off to start with. But let's just start with this daily and just see if we get this pullback today, maybe another day of consolidation on Monday, and then we break out on Tuesday, or we just break above the high first thing on Monday morning. So I'm going to put an order in there anyway and look for that break above that area. Okay, so let's see if that does play out, but because I think this could be what we call the blue whale trade that could go and go and go, possibly get 1,000-point profit on this trade. Let's see. Now, let's dive into the indices, because the indices are ever so exciting. They're in areas where we've got to be aware. Okay, so I want to go up to the weekly chart on the German DAX. I'm here on the German DAX. Let's just delete some fib stuff. Now on the German DAX, we've had a really nice trend. We've had a very nice move, big drop March. Okay, and now on the weekly, we've just stair-step pro trend system buys from red to green. This was a huge move. A couple of 1,000-point move there, and then we pull back, nice green PTS buy, and push higher. Now, as we broke above the recent high, which is 16,000, let's call it 16,000, we've gone up. Just looking at the Euro Swissy here, guys, it's getting. You need to see it. Let's have a little look at it live. Okay, so let's just dive into the 5-minute chart. You can see it's just selling off with a red PTS this morning from 105.10 all the way down to 104.60 zone. Big move down here. We're breaking major support areas. The reason it's dropping with lots of volume is if you take a little look at the weekly chart here, we're right at support. Okay, so this candlestick's breaking this support area back in May 2020. So these areas here, people will put stops below obvious areas, and this is why they've gone long around here. They've got to stop below this zone here, which matches this area here, and when it breaks that area, you see the speed of the candlestick pick up because stops are being hit and orders are being hit because they're being activated. Okay, let's go back to the DAX. Exciting times. Okay, so now we see this lovely long side trade in the DAX, and as we break above that 16,000, we're getting into areas here where we have a 2 wave. 1, 2. Markets go up in waves. Okay, and ending patterns tend to happen with divergences, but not just any old divergence. I've been trading divergences for many years. The ones that have good angles, the good diagonals, the good angles are the ones that give us those reversals. I'm not saying this is going to give us a reversal, but I think we should be really aware of it. I don't think we should get too complacent to the long side because we're long the DAX, we're long the NASDAQ because we've got green pro trade system buys. I just think in these areas we've all got to get very aware where we are, not get too carried away that it's just going to keep on going, because we're in something's happening with the euro. We're in a very interesting area, so just be careful. So that could be a 5-wave completion pattern. With that weekly divergence, we could start to see red pro trend system sales. Now if we go down to the daily time frame, we're starting to see some pressure today on the German DAX to the downside. It is Friday. I'm not saying that this is going to collapse today, but as I said, we are in an area that is very interesting indeed. So I want you to be aware of this because things could get quite volatile indeed. All right. So that's where we are. Let's have a little look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin as well. Let's go up to the daily time frame. We had a really nice two-wave divergence. So if you look at this here, 1, 2. Look at the angle of the divergence. Okay, so 1, 2. On Monday night, I was just talking to our mentorship students and PTP students, just saying that we could see several days down here on Bitcoin, and then looking to reload with a new green pro trend system. But that two-wave gave us the heads up that the markets are going to reverse. All right. So keep your eye on things, guys. It's all getting very, very volatile. And who knows what could go on. We could see some huge volatility into next week, and it's a great opportunity for us traders to finish off a great year once again, as this Euro Swissy continues to be beaten up to the downside here, as it continues with our red PTS this morning drop down. All right, hope it helps. Don't forget, if you want to dive into the Pro Trader program, then please speak to Chris in the office. Otherwise, I'll speak to you soon. Take care.